It wasn't a man who visited her at night. Inhale. I didn't say that out loud at first. I just let the thought settle in my chest. Heavy. Wrong. Because for weeks, I was convinced my wife was cheating on me. And honestly, that would have been easier to accept. We'd been married for 6 years, together for 10. We weren't perfect, but we were stable, predictable, safe. Until the nights started changing. She stopped coming to bed with me. Said she couldn't sleep. Said her mind was racing. She started showering late at night, keeping her phone face down, smiling at messages she wouldn't explain. I told myself not to jump to conclusions. That trust meant giving her space. But trust has a sound. And one night, around 2 a.m., I woke up to silence. The kind of silence that feels occupied. I reached across the bed. It was warm, but she wasn't there. I heard movement downstairs, not footsteps, not walking, more like something shifting. When I asked her about it in the morning, she smiled like nothing was wrong. Said she just needed water. Said I must have dreamed it. Her car was still in the driveway. Every time. If she was seeing someone. They weren't picking her up. That's when the thought crept in. What if they were already inside? Exhale. I hated myself for thinking that. So I did what I told myself was rational. I installed a camera. Just one. Motion activated. Night vision. I told myself it was for security, for peace of mind. I mounted it in the living room, angled toward the hallway, and stairs. Hidden. Invisible. That night, I didn't really sleep. The first 2 nights, nothing happened. Normal footage. Just us. Just quiet. I almost unplugged it. Then came the 3rd night. The notification hit my phone at 2:14 a.m. Motion detected. I didn't move. Didn't even open my eyes. The house was completely silent. The next morning, while she showered, I checked the footage. At first, I didn't understand what I was seeing. The living room was empty. The timestamp rolled forward. 2:14:01, 2:14:02. Then the shadows changed. Not like headlights. Not like passing cars. The darkness itself shifted. Something moved across the frame. Tall. Thin. Wrong. It didn't enter through a door. It emerged from the hallway. Seconds later, my wife followed it, barefoot, eyes half open, not awake, not asleep. She stood in the center of the room, facing it. The thing didn't touch her. It leaned down, close to her face, and she smiled. Inhale. That smile didn't belong to her. The footage ended after 6 minutes. No glitch, no error. Just stopped. I didn't confront her. I didn't know how. That night, I stayed awake. Around 2 a.m., the air in the bedroom changed. Heavy, thick. She sat up in bed and whispered, "It's here." I didn't turn around. I didn't need to. Something was standing behind us. And I knew, without seeing it, it wasn't a man who visited her at night. After that, the nights repeated. 2:13, 2:14, 2:15. Always the same. The thing would appear. She would follow. And every morning, she looked better. Rested. Calm. Happy. Meanwhile, I stopped sleeping. I started feeling watched. Even during the day, the camera caught more details over time. It never walked. It glided. Its limbs bent slightly wrong, like it was borrowing a human shape, imperfectly. One night, it turned toward the camera. There was no face. Just a smooth darkness where one should be. I showed the footage to no one. Who would believe me? I tried unplugging the camera. It kept recording. I tried sleeping in the guest room. The footage showed the thing standing in the doorway, watching the empty bed, waiting. The next morning, my wife asked, why I looked so tired. I asked her if she remembered the nights. She hesitated. Then she said something that froze me. "I dream about someone sitting on the bed," she said, talking to me. I asked what he looked like. She shook her head. "I never see his face." That night, I stayed awake in the hallway. Lights off. Phone in my hand. At 2:14, it emerged again. It paused when it saw me, tilted its head. And for the first time, I heard a voice. Not in my ears, in my head. "You were never part of this." I don't remember falling asleep, but I woke up on the floor. The camera footage showed it standing over me, studying me. The next night, it did something worse. It took my shape. Same height, same posture, a perfect imitation, except for the face. Still empty, still wrong. It lay beside her. She reached for it. I unplugged the camera, smashed it, left the house. She cried when I packed my bag, said she didn't understand. I didn't explain. I stayed in a motel. For the first time in weeks, I slept. No dreams, no shadows. Then she called. Said she felt drained, empty, like something had left her. That night, I got an email, motion detected. From a camera I had destroyed, I opened the file. The bedroom was empty. Then the thing stepped into frame, looked directly at the lens, and a face formed. Mine. It smiled. I never went back. I moved, changed my number. I stopped checking old accounts. But sometimes, late at night, I wake up feeling like someone is standing near the bed. And in that moment, before I turn around, I remember the truth. I thought my wife was seeing someone. I was wrong. Something else was visiting her at night. And now that I'm gone, I don't think it needs her anymore. Exhale. I thought leaving would end it. That once I was gone, whatever had been visiting her would lose interest. I was wrong. Inhale. The first sign came a week later. I woke up in the motel around 2 a.m. The same time. Every time. I hadn't set an alarm, no noise, no vibration. I just opened my eyes and felt it. That pressure in the room, like the air had weight. I stayed perfectly still. Didn't reach for my phone. Didn't turn my head. I told myself it was stress, withdrawal, lack of sleep. But then I smelled something. Not a scent exactly. More like coal dust. The same smell the living room had at night. I sat up. The room was empty, but the bathroom light was on. I knew I'd turned it off before bed. Exhale. I packed my bag that morning and left before checkout. Drove for hours, didn't stop until sunrise. I rented an apartment under a different name, paid cash, no shared accounts. For a while, things felt quiet, too quiet. Then the email started. No sender name, no subject, just attachments, video files. I didn't open the first one. I deleted it. Then another arrived, and another. Always at the same time. 2:14 a.m. Eventually, curiosity won. I opened one. The footage was grainy, black and white. Night vision. It was my old living room. The camera angle was wrong, though. Lower, closer, like it had been moved. The room was empty. Then the hallway darkened. Something stepped into frame. Not fully. Just enough to be seen. It stood there for several seconds. Then it turned its head and looked directly at the camera. I slammed the laptop shut. My hands were shaking. I wanted to call my wife. Then I remembered she wasn't my wife anymore. I checked my phone. Missed calls, voicemails, all from her. The last message was short. Her voice sounded tired, almost hollow. "Please come back," she said. "It's lonely without you." That word stuck with me. Lonely, not scared, not confused. Lonely. That night, I dreamed for the first time in weeks. I was lying in bed, unable to move. Something sat beside me. The mattress dipped. I didn't see it. But I felt it turn toward me, and then I heard my own voice, not coming from me, whispering, "You were never meant to stay." I woke up gasping. My bedroom door was open. I always locked it. From that night on, it followed me. Not physically, not always, but in reflections, in dark windows, in the pause before sleep. I started seeing myself where I shouldn't be, standing at the end of the hallway, watching from across the street, smiling. Inhale. And the final message came a month later. No video this time, just text. "I'm ready." I know what that meant. I drove back. I don't know why. Maybe part of me thought I could fix it, or end it. The house was dark when I arrived. Her car was gone. Inside, everything was quiet. Too quiet. The living room smelled like dust and cold air. The hallway light flickered. And then I saw her, standing in the bedroom doorway. She looked empty. Behind her, something moved. It stepped forward, wearing my face again, perfectly. It smiled at me. And I finally understood. It was never interested in her. She was just the door. I turned around and left. I didn't look back. I haven't seen my wife since. Sometimes late at night, I feel the bed shift, just slightly. And I remind myself, as long as I don't turn around, it can't finish taking my place. Exhale.